Sometimes I think right now they know my mom better than I do.
Local 3 News. Coverage you can count on.
So I will confess to you that on my kitchen counter, right next to my coffee pot, I have a little container full of peppermint bark, and I'm catching myself dipping in when I probably shouldn't be dipping in to enjoy a piece this holiday season. So if you are like me and you might be tending to eat some things you typically wouldn't and you want to feel good during the holiday season, you are in luck because Doctors Matt and Monica Smith are on the show. They have REV Optimal Living with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 easy things we can all do to feel good, which is what we want during the holiday season.
Absolutely.
That's right. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So happy to be here.
And I guess the main thing y'all are saying is, you know, be smart, but you're not asking people to be depriving themselves of the fun.
Totally. The holiday time is a time where people have more stress in their life than probably any other month of the year. We're hanging out with, holiday parties. I looked at our schedule. We have like 5 parties in the next 10 days.
Crazy.
We're going to have a little bit more indulgence of food and drinks. So we're not saying not to do that stuff because it is that time, but there are things that you can do to support your system. And over the last 7 years, that's what we've focused on helping people to overcome that stress and help their body be in the best possible state. So yeah, we wanted to share 4 tips that would really help people.
Before we get into the tips, I want to let people know what you do at REV Optimal Living. So you are both chiropractors, but then there's a little bit of a comma but, right? There's so much more that you do there. You mentioned the stress. That's a big component of what y'all target, Monica, is finding other ways to help people through that stress.
Absolutely. And so for us, we actually went to school to do traditional chiropractic. That's really what healed my body the most. I overcame an autoimmune disease, and so that radically changed my life. And along the way, we learned a different way to approach the body, which works with stored stresses and traumas, and it just made so much sense to us. And supporting people in Chattanooga the last 7 years has been so exciting.
So you also have children, 6 and 3. So
6
the
and 3.
tips that you're going to give for us this morning, are these applicable for children too?
Everybody.
Okay. Because they're on a candy rush.
More for the parents,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? To support the kids, but yes.
Okay, so I think tip 1 is to detox. What does that look like?
Yes, and this is really near and dear to my heart, and I could go into this for hours because it's something I've studied the last 15 years since overcoming that autoimmune disease. And the important thing to know about detoxing, because people are like, I just got to detox. And January 1, people are like, I need to do a cleanse. I need to, feel better because the last few months I've had lots of sugars and alcohol and I just feel inflamed. So I have to do a detox. But the thing to note is that our body is detoxing every second of every day through multiple organ systems. So it's not something that we have to do. We just really need to support what our body's naturally doing.
We allow it.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right.
So for us watching today, would that mean maybe not having as much sugar? Would that mean adding in some vegetables? What does that detox look like?
There's so many ways to do it, which is the most exciting part because there's just not one way to start.
Okay.
Yes, limiting sugars is a great way, and I was going to go into a little bit of fasting, and not fasting as far as you have to take a whole week off of eating food, but fasting from certain things, certain times. Like if you took 1 day off of eating sugar, that is going to be an enormous break for your gut and for your body to heal when it would usually be eliminating the sugars and everything.
So y'all have parties coming up this weekend.
Yep.
Maybe on Friday you don't eat any sugar, and that way on Saturday your body can
That's
take
right,
it.
you have to balance it out.
Okay.
You have to balance it out.
Number 2 is move. I mean, I guess that's obvious, but we don't.
It's obvious and maybe expected that we were going to talk about it, but it doesn't have to be that you have to book a spin class today and it could be painful, you know what I mean? It can be something so easy as far as dancing when I'm getting ready in the morning, just to move my body, move that stagnant energy around, going for a walk with a friend. It could be hiking, anything just to move your body on a regular basis. Again, to move that stagnant energy around, boost the mood, mental clarity. There's so many things, and it's free. You know what I mean?
Shopping locally as opposed to online.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, nourish. Does that go back to just choosing to eat good foods along with the sweets?
Absolutely, and I think everyone understands that they should probably eat more organic, more non-GMO than not. But you might be at parties, you might do some things that might not necessarily have that option. One thing that's super simple that people can do is increase their water intake. Our bodies are 60 to 70% water. The cells are 60, 70% water. So the more hydrated we stay, the faster the electrical impulses between those cells, the faster the lymphatics works, the faster the immune system works, the better we're gonna feel. So if people do one simple thing, add more water to the repertoire over the holidays. The rule that we use is half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 150 pounds, drink 75 ounces of water minimum throughout the day.
Which is more than 8 glasses.
I do
That's,
believe so.
yeah, I mean, so that if people are thinking, well, I'm drinking 8 glasses,
Yeah.
that's not sufficient depending on how much you weigh.
Right.
Absolutely.
Correct.
What do you mean by connect?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, I love it.
And it's really beautiful. I'll share a story. You know, that's what we do in our office. We help people connect to this intelligence inside of their body, the healing capacity in their body. You have a long-term listener that has been following you for a while. She listened to us 3 weeks ago when we were on here, and I'll share her quick story. She came in and she just shared she had stress, she had anxiety, she had so much stuff going on. She said, I just feel disconnected. She started going through the process and she started to see tremendous changes in a really short period of time.
It's been amazing.
Just handling
Really?
these
Yes.
challenges so much differently. And that's what we share with people. One of the best things you can do is connect to this amazing healing ability. So if you're in the Chattanooga area, one of the best things you can do is book a consult with us, see how we can support you in this healing process. And if you're not here in Chattanooga, just take 5 minutes every day to focus on your breath and really calm your nervous system down.
I do want to say y'all wanted to kind of have a give back today in sharing those 4 tips with people.
Yep.
So we don't have as much time as we typically would to go into the depth of what you do at REV. But that really is, I mean, you're part friend, you're part healer, you're part listener and counselor, and you treat each person very individually, right? So when they come in, it's going to be a different experience than
Absolutely.
perhaps they've seen.
Yes.
Do you accept gift cards? Like, do people give you as a Christmas gift?
Yes, actually,
Absolutely,
yes, they do.
absolutely.
Yes.
And actually, anyone that is interested and they want to book, if they book after seeing this, we have a 21-day breathwork program that we give. It's over $200 in value. That if anyone that books from this, they can actually get that for free during the holidays.
Amazing.
They're only downtown. I mean, it's North Shore.
North Shore, Chattanooga, yeah.
Where they are. But it is very different, and it is the kind of thing that you might not tend to think of doing for yourself, which is a shame.
Right.
But you might not. So what a nice thing to give somebody.
Exactly. And yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to do. We want to support Chattanooga.
Well, tell your viewer, whoever she is, that we're so happy for her.
We will. She's probably
we will.
watching now.
Thank you.
She saw you. She saw you yesterday. She's like, "Oh, I heard you're going to be on the news because you
She
mentioned us."
saw me. Oh, because I mentioned it.
us,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, I was trying to think, who is this person? Okay, very exciting. Thank you for the tips. And
Thank
good luck
you.
with your holiday parties.
Thank you.
And don't wait until January 1st to feel good. You can start right now. So here's their phone number, 713-7390, REVOptimalliving.com. A real person will answer the phone. So if you want to call and just find out a little bit more how their process works, they will actually tell you that on the phone. You don't have to just read it online if you don't want to.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
West Yellow Knife Trading Post has everything under the sun. Huge selection of vanities starting at $2.99. Unfinished cabinets, bases, and vanities as low as $71. Don't pay big box prices, but hurry, limited quantities available. You better get it when you see it at West Yellowknife.
How about a new sofa or sectional from Linderman's Furniture this holiday season? Starting